The first limb of yoga are yama, or restraints. The yamas are ethical principles that clarify our relationship to the world and everything in it. Social conducts which can create harmony between oneself and the external world, somewhat like the values or morals we're taught as children. They're basically the yogi's commandments. They emphasize our connection to others as an integral part of yoga and the idea that everything is interconnected. They can also be a great resource to help us learn about our own habits, values, and beliefs. From learning about ourselves, we can learn how to create more personal integrity by changing the parts of us that don't serve ourselves or others. Each of the yamas is meant to be practiced with both the mind and body on a literal and also a compassionate level. The yamas break down into 5 practices: Ahimsa, which is not harming; Satya, honesty; Asteya, not stealing; Brahmacharya, the wise use of energy; and Aparigraha, which is non-possessiveness. The first yama, Ahimsa, can be interpreted as nonviolence, but not just physical violence. This means making conscious choices through the eyes of love and compassion. We practice nonviolence by considering how our thoughts, words, and actions affect others. In many texts, nonviolence also extends to not harming animals. Not everyone is on a path to adopt a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle, but there are ways to more positively impact the world without significantly changing your lifestyle. As I have gone deeper on my spiritual path, I am becoming more conscious of my eating choices, and I find that each little step I take happens very naturally without feeling forced or difficult at all. One way to incorporate this step into your food choices would be to ask yourself, do I need a meat protein in this meal? And if I do, is there an alternative that is a more humane choice, a choice that has a more positive impact on the planet? Another aspect of ahimsa we talk about often within the tribe: start with you. Be kind in the ways you talk to yourself, staying away from the negative self-talk trap. Do things that make your body feel healthy and vibrant. As you treat yourself with loving kindness, it's even easier to treat others that way too. The second yama is Satya. It means truthfulness or honesty. As kids, of course, we're told to tell the truth. Telling the truth is a healthy habit, and especially when we also focus on being truthful with ourselves. We can also consider how to tell the truth in conjunction with ahimsa. Are we delivering the truth with discernment, in a constructive way with a positive intention? It's more than being mindful of your speech and truthful with your words. Avoiding gossip is another way to practice Satya. This practice builds upon the first yama, ahimsa, and asks that we always be honest in a way that does no harm. Speak in ways that create a compassionate, loving habitat for yourself and those around you. The third yama is Asteya, which means non-stealing. This covers all manner of stealing, not just the things we can hold in our hands. It's about striving to be fair in all of our dealings. It also includes giving credit when using someone else's work. We are also encouraged to consider how we might steal on more subtle levels, like wasting someone's time or sapping someone's energy. A good practice is to be respectful of other people's time and energy, as well as our own. To give your time and presence to others by showing up on time, listening intently, and not expecting anything in return. The fourth yama is Brahmacharya, a yama that can be translated as celibacy, but is frequently understood today as wise use of energy. This refers to all the creative ways we use energy, including sexual. For most people, it means practicing self-control and being conscientious to always have consent and the best interest of both partners. Many also interpret it as treating ourselves and others with dignity and respect, always acting from a place of integrity with your energy, sexual or otherwise. The final Yama, Aparigraha, is non-possessiveness, non-greed, or non-coveting. This Yama does not forbid us from owning things. After all, life is meant to be enjoyed. But when our thoughts and actions are based on greed, it can bring a negative cloud over our soul. I take this Yama to mean not being overly attached to things. You can be proud of and enjoy your possessions and accomplishments, but don't become so attached to them that your perspective gets clouded. One way of practicing this is owning what you need and not being overly materialistic. Whether we are greedy in ways overt, like addiction or material cravings, or in subtle ways, like with time, greed is destructive. This Yama guides us to shift our greed to generosity, to do something generous for someone else instead. So that concludes our 8 limbs of yoga. Your art mission related to the 8 limbs is to either capture the essence of all the limbs, perhaps in a tree or some other representation, or to identify 1 or 2 limbs to focus on and prepare an art page to share with your tribe mates. As we know, when we delve more deeply into principles, by preparing pages in our art journals, the concepts become deeply embedded in our conscious and subconscious minds and become part of us.